I would wait for the tomcats to spawn though.
Alright, just gonna wait.
Because you know what happens.
Wat is meer? Wat ser om meer af 15 keer. It's my wife's favorite movie, Seven.
Seven?
Yeah, it's an old movie of
Yeah,
the Seven
Deadly Sins as well.
Yeah, Seven Deadly Sins.
Three left on deck, half done.
Copy, Roger.
One last tomcat to go. You want to take traps then?
Yeah, for testing. Oh, you mean what? What do you
Cats, sorry, not traps.
mean? Yeah, cats. Yeah, yeah. I was like,
yeah, no, that's my fault. Okay, you can take a cat of your choice.
I will take cat too. Oh, I need to go.
And you went to cat 1.
Yeah.
Right. So if I go cat 3, I wonder if it will give me cat 3 or
No, it will take you to
cat 2. Yep. Oops.
Okay.
Shut down
so
both
what
engines.
is the plan? Lol.
Let me check everything's going to come back up now.
Flight controls.
Flaps off? What are you on about, man? Right. I guess Takan. Oh, I don't know where we're going. We're do some traps. So I'm going to rearm and refuel. So I've got nothing. That would probably be more helpful.
Ah, so you're gonna drop everything?
Yeah. Ground crew. Rearm, refuel. So load out. Empty.
And what you gonna take? All empty or just sidewinders?
No, no. Empty.
Empty fuel, 66%.
Yeah, okay. Or close.
Request refueling. Request rearming. Copy.
Ah, I realise why this is... Oh, damn. Forgot to put my anti-alias and... my super sampling on my headset, because I started doing it from the Oculus Rift. Apparently somebody said it was better.
Don't look at me, yeah?
No, you. So... TACAN on. So you reckon course 93, yeah?
Damn, I better removed first my balance and stuff and then did again for the refueling part.
Do you want to have a go at that crazy landing? The one the guy does, it's just one spin. That might be fun.
Refueling complete.
TACAN 1 X-ray. Zero 9-3 for course. No, it's not. No, it's 083. My bad.
083.
Rearming complete.
Yeah. Yeah, that's much better. Yeah, the ship is going in 090. So I know it's 7 degrees, 9 degrees to the left of it. So it's either 081 or 083.
Alright. I think you set the course to the BRC though, because you measure your 90 at it. That could put you off.
So
Is that an email?
That's Emil.
this is.
Very quiet.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Oh wait, probably. Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Me too. You go.
Okay. Full throttle and 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, I'm not going. I'm waiting for you.
Gear up.
No way. I set that trim. Why is my radar out going
Is
off?
that any better?
No, it's not really actually.
There he is. Now let's climb to 2000.
Too settled.
Angle of 5 degree. 300. Oh, it's already on 2000. Dropping. Okay, left pattern. 3, 2, 1.
That radar alarm is gonna... Come on. I can't turn my radar out off. Right, blind.
No visual. I'm in a left turn.
Yeah, I straightened out because I figured...
At altitude 2000.
Alright, okay, I went high. Back with you in visual, you're high 5.
Yeah. Yeah, I still see her. Yeah.
I do have an issue though. I need to get this stopped. There's a bug. I can't work it out. Oh no, it's gone. Right. I lost sight of you again in the turn. Are you still left?
Yeah, still left. Heading 290. That's the end.
Okay, visual. You're
Leveling out.
7 o'clock.
Visual.
This is like a driving Miss Daisy pattern. You like to do it loose, huh? Unless you're going... Where are you going?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I'm just, we are going for a trap, I suppose.
Alright. We're wandering out to sea. We're way away from the pattern.
Okay.
We're like 9 miles
Yeah.
from the Stennis.
Okay, let's turn in. So how was it again? Ooh.
How was what? Sorry.
The whole thing. So you first fly over at 2000, see if there is no...
Yeah, your pattern's a big wide left circle. A little bit narrower than this, but within 5 miles
Oh, okay.
at 2000. Well, depends what you're given, but...
Oh, 5. We are still
Yeah.
quite far away.
Yeah, you've also come in very tight as well. You kind of just went out strangely in...
And you can do it, to be honest. I have a rough idea what I'm doing, but
a circle would be good, but... I think you
so
should do
if
it.
we... Okay, so let's go to the right.
Yeah, you see, you wouldn't want to turn right in a pattern where you're only supposed to turn left. But
Okay.
it's too late and it doesn't matter. There's only us. But yeah, you don't
Okay,
you
so
don't start changing your mind in a pattern because
okay. Okay, so now we're going left, dropping to 800, something like that.
oh really?
No, that's already starting for the whole.
Yeah. Oh.
Let's give it a try. Hook down.
Oh, I'm never gonna make this. You start badly, you will never get back.
Oh, we will,
You're on
buddy.
the wrong side of the ship as well.
No, I'm fine. Deck is clear.
What about now?
Yes,
That's much better.
yes, I hear you. Now we're doing 400, crikey. I'm struggling to keep with you. Right,
Okay.
saddle.
One as in the break.
1 banana, 2 banana, 3 banana, 4 banana, 5 banana, 6 banana, 7 banana more, 8 banana, 9 banana, 10. Oh, here we go.
Gear. Flaps.
Yeah. Flaps. Right, hook down, gear down, on speed, set to carrier, 600 downwind.
Going in for the turn.
I've got free time. I could go for a coffee on the downwind, that's a new thing.
Oh yeah, that's a new thing. I know. It's real lovely.
So I'm still visually you, which is good, because I should be, because you're sharing spaces. See if you can give the ball call, just to be pro.
How was it again? 435. Calling the ball.
Hornet ball, fuel state.
Roger ball.
Mm, 435. Calling the ball. 6,000. Oh no,
Uh-oh.
that was not good. I'm dead.
Calling the ball, and I'm dead.
That was really long downwind and really late up. Turn to final. Right, I'm at the 90. .445 Hornet ball 5.0. Am I low? Looks like low. Yeah, I was low all the way in. That's terrible. Something bad happened. Oh, and we caught one. It must have been a 4-wire, judging by how far up the deck I am.
Oh well.
Who got Cat 1? Is that you, Elvis?
What? Yeah, I have got one.
Emil, you coming in? Well, it's...
I am. I haven't learned at all how to start this thing up cold yet, though.
I
And I
can
thought
do
I
it.
might.
It takes seconds.
So-
It's so easy.
All right then. I was thinking about firing up the tutorial, so as not to bother you guys.
Nah,
Or
it's really easy.
is the tutorial?
I think I can do it. It's slow. It'll waste your time.
All right. I'll be. Let's see. I'm just gonna hit escape.
Elvis, I shall spot you, and Elvis, you just go around for your own, so you don't have to worry.
Yeah, well,
I'm gonna settle down and give Emil a talk on.
Let's see.
Currently sitting on elevator 2. Let me know when you're ready.
Yeah, just trying to figure out where the setting to not show the pilot body.
Not show. You've actually got a
Well,
pilot body? I thought it wasn't even in early access.
In the F-18 it is.
Really?
Yeah,
yeah, there is
Try
a
and
pilot body.
I want to see it.
I have it, but I don't.
Oh
want
yeah,
it.
Shift P, right Shift P.
Yeah, but I want a setting to disable it entirely from the menu. Isn't that? I do recall seeing that somewhere.
Entirely from the. Oh,
well, it's
you mean in the
just to have it
settings?
by default off. Yeah, in the settings.
Show pilot when able. It probably doesn't work, but
But I can't find the tab.
well,
Somewhere. Gameplay, perhaps.
it's probably one I don't have
No.
access to. Let's see. No. I think.
Mirrors, mini HUD, miscellaneous. There it is. Show pilot body and cockpit. Off. So let's see. What about servers then? Is this the dev server 3? You're on?
I'm mute. I think it's the only 42 one that's up there. I think at the moment.
It's called carrier testing. the mission.
Yeah.
Alright, let's see. Minus. 4 minus. No, it doesn't work. Minus.
Numlock.
No, yes, it did work. It's just beating the dead horse. The 4 minus joke.
Oh
I'm
really?
typing in 4 minus.
Hook.
Right, Elvis, call the ball.
I'm not calling the ball yet. I'm just flying over, doing the pattern.
Oh, right, okay. Yeah, you look like you're in position, but it's kind of from the same point.
Right, so for a cold start, what slot would that be? Any?
Any of the ramp
deck.
ones?
Any of the
Yeah,
ramp?
Deck is clear.
the opposite of ramp would be cat. I hope I'm not. Don't think you should spawn on top of me.
There's a lot of smoke going on
Mm-hmm.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So is this like
Where are you?
oil fires? Is it? I haven't spawned yet.
How'd you know the smoke?
Well,
Ah,
when I'm looking at the menu, I see smoke on land.
cheats. Cheat.
Well, I didn't ask to be put here. Is it oil fires? Is it
Yeah, there's a moderate backstory, but
client cat 1? Oh, this is a hot one. I wanted a cold one.
Yeah.
So
take the other one. The
But-
cat ones are all on cats, so they're ready to go. I don't know if we
Okay,
call them
so
ramp
cat-
or
oh, catapult. Ah. So parking then. Could that be it?
yeah. Oh
And something occupied that slot.
That was me waiting for you. And normally you spawn right over to the right. I wish Ed would fix this. Right, let's do... I love it.
So I'm gonna go for parking 2 then.
It doesn't matter because they changed it.
Okay, I'm not dead.
It dynamically
cockpit.
spawns. Right, I've got to wait a good 5 seconds and hope to God I don't come right on top of you.
Shouldn't the wings be folded when I'm...
Right, ready? This may hurt if you're in VR.
435 calling the ball.
And I bang.
9000.
Man, oh man.
Don't you worry about the smoke clouds on deck. So, how do we do this then?
Right, I'll take a cat. Elvis, don't move anything. You spawn the same place.
Oh!
Elvis, stay exactly there. It's okay.
Okay.
This is ridiculous. It's so need to fix this.
Spawning in. Okay, I'm on the deck.
Right. I will take off and then go back round and land, and then I'll have more headspace, but I can do some talk. So, overview.
Can I move?
Yeah, you
Put the
safe now.
canopy down for now. Okay, canopy is down and locked.
Overview. Battery, APU. You then...
Wait, sorry, I just need to... the handle lift thing, I need to get that bound to something. And I suppose that could be the... Any suggestions on that?
The handle lift?
Well, that locks the handles into the rear position.
The handles.
The throttle handles.
Oh, you don't need those. You mean the finger lifts?
Yes.
Yeah, that's for getting over the idle stop.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
But you've got a Warthog, so you just lift them up.
Yes, but I need to bind that still, won't I?
Oh, I see. Well, like your engine off. I think there's a different button from what you're thinking. So don't look for the finger lifts. I think they've given the finger lifts a binding just to, I don't know, for cockpit builders.
Okay. Well, they're not bound to anything as is, so I need to identify that keybind. So what do you have it bound to?
I'd have to shut down the engine, but let's do it.
Well, can't you just press escape and just see what that button toggle tells you?
Hold on. Throttle right off to idle. Off/idle.
And which category is that?
Category throttle
sounds.
quadrant.
Let's see. Throttle left off idle is the one, yeah?
Yeah.
Right. Throttle. Okay. And set and throttle right. Off idle. Okay. I'm good to go.
So you want the description, yeah?
So I suppose it's battery,
Mm-hmm.
and then what?
And then APUs in the sidewall on the left-hand side.
Wait, APU is where, sorry?
Left-hand side.
Can you be more precise?
I can only describe it in relation to something else which you might know.
Yeah. Well,
The trim, the fuel probe,
Yeah, like
Sort of mid. It's not quite the elbow, but it's not. It's not. It's
some,
behind the
so
throttle.
my left. Oh, right there it is. Yeah. APU. Right, battery on. APU is booting up.
Okay, wait for green light.
And which green light?
Next to the APU.
Oh, on the, yeah.
And in front of the sorry, behind
light.
the APU is engine crank. So left click or right click. Pick any engine. I think they prefer the right one, but I'm not sure.
Deck is clear.
I don't think it makes a
Okay.
difference.
Yeah, right, and then
So you flick it and then watch the engine come up to 22, and then you can take it out of idle.
all right.
One braking.
And spooling up. And do I need to let it set before I go to the next one?
Yeah, so go through your HUDs to give it some time. Kill this time. So all your
Right.
turn all the things on. So you've got 4 HUD and 3 MFDs.
Let's see. Those are the top right. So that one is on, I think. Day, and where do I turn the HUD on then?
Beneath the upfront controller, the larger switch, which got BRT on the top.
All right. HUD is on.
Probably want to put radar
Right.
out for this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Radar altimeter.
Then you're going to do the bleed air dance. I've got no idea why this is. It's a button. I don't understand what it does or why, but this is what you do. On the right hand side, 6 o'clock of... No. Right, 6 o'clock of the battery button that you've already known. There is a wedding cake one. There's an almost identical one to the right and behind that.
Yeah.
So that, you just right click it until the switch shows all the way around. You circle it.
The bottom one.
Yeah. This is harder than I
Until
thought.
it right click it until it says what?
Just it goes all the way around.
Yeah. But where do you want me to stop it then?
All the way around on 360 degrees. So back where it started.
Okay, so back to norm. The air norm.
Yeah, it's 12 o'clock. I think.
435, calling the ball. 8.7.
Using
Okay.
the brake.
Set to norm.
Do your other engine.
Waiting for the spool up to 22. And idle.
Set your radar to operate.
Where's that then?
Underneath your right elbow.
Missed the
Radar
trap.
to Operate.
Bolter, is it? Set lights as desired.
Where are they?
Well, your instrument lights,
Yeah.
the one I'm talking about, are on... Oh shit, I'm sinking, hold on. I'm just gonna wave that off, fuck it.
Okay, instrument lights. Yeah.
Oh, I know why. Oh, fucking... New aircraft, isn't it?
Yeah, there is a patch and it's something different.
A patch?
There was an update, 2.7 megabyte.
I never got that.
I think there was a launcher update, wasn't it?
Or was it a launcher?
Okay, lights set.
Okay, under your left elbow there's a button called O-Bogs near oxygen.
Turning.
O box right to the rear. Okay. So,
And that's oxygen and something else.
okay, Obox on.
So there's no lights for carriers. You never have a light on, so external that is. So that's something not to worry about. You've set radar out. It's a good habit if you're doing carrier ops to set your radar out for 370.
Final 90s.
Visual.
My radar altitude warning, or
There's an alarm in the bottom right of the radar. So you can spin it round and
435, calling the ball, 8,000.
assume I know nothing about this plane, because that is the case. Okay, so I have the radar altimeter switched at radar, but I can't find.
the radar out is next to the hook on the right.
Yeah.
To the right of the hook.
To the left of the hook. Did I say right?
Did. So, like in relations to the AOA display? Sorry, the RWR display.
Oh, further right. Where the hook handle is. 445, Hornet Ball, 10.5.
Well, it won't work if my hook is up.
So 300, you say?
Well, it's good practice.
Oh my lord.
Hook down. You landed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, now I can give you way more attention.
I feel that so far that there was, like, I really didn't see a pattern or structure to it.
No, it's whatever way my eyes were looking according to the pattern.
The pattern is really difficult.
It's a lot of work. Okay, so done both your... Okay, so now you want your... FCS would have gone off anyway. But you
Final
can
90s.
press your FCS reset switch, which is behind your throttle. It's next to the red capped one and in between the trim. And you want to trim it as well afterwards.
The big grey round button.
Yeah. There's another button on the other side which you can press in the
Right,
console.
so press that and trim.
No, just press it on its own.
Alright. Pressed.
435, calling the ball, 7.3.
Press your trim reset.
Which is where?
Right next to the last button, just on the other side of the red capped button. Looks great, Elvis.
Or the takeoff trim.
Yeah.
Alright.
So, yeah, you haven't had any cockpit navigation at all. I thought you'd flown this with us.
Well, I just jumped in, flew it by brainstem. I consciously decided not to try to learn anything before having my test, because that might push stuff out.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, safe thinking,
So maybe,
or smart thinking.
okay, let's go from left to right then, on buttons of interest during anything that you need. The O-Box is the furthest left thing that you need. Next one round, engine crank, you've already found. The trim next to it, for takeoff trim. And your FCS reset button.
So what's the FCS?
Flight control system. So it's quite a complex beast that does, it's more than just a name. It has its page, it will tell you about all sorts of errors, it does self-checks, and all the self-checks are, they're relevant. You can actually press a button to check a specific system and see if it passes its built-in test.
Alright.
And it's responsible, the flight control, as in the flight model you get, is trimmed for, so when you're flying without gear, in normal flight, it trims you always for 1G, so it's constantly trimming, so there's no need to trim, apart from a little bit of side. If you launch a weapon, you might need a bit of side, like some roll. But you should never trim outside of wheels down. When you go wheels down, it's a completely different system at all. And it, what it does is you can set your angle of attack with it. It doesn't actually handle like a normal trim, because it should trim you as it sort of trims you as well. But the trim actually just sets angle attack on the e-bracket.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
So does that mean then that the does that just move the bracket up and down then?
oh, so
Yeah,
it's
with the
actually
throttle.
really crisp. But what you will have a problem with is often you're pulling back on the stick at the same time, and of course that increases your angle of attack, and that means
Yeah.
it's best done with a neutral stick if you can avoid it.
Yeah. So what I mean is, like, is there a way for me to read what I've trimmed it to?
Yes, there's angle of attack in your HUD. So if you look at your left part of your HUD, it's the infinity sign. Well, it's not quite an
Yeah.
infinity sign. It's
Yeah,
an
no,
alpha.
it's the alpha sign.
Yeah.
But what I mean is that because that shows my current alpha, but
Mhm.
does it show what I've trimmed it to anywhere, or
Yes,
is that just
yeah, because you assume that it's the FCS is taking you right there. So when you trim it, even though this is the weird thing, and it's like nothing else you've ever seen. With the flight, imagine the flight vectors on the horizon. Okay. Sorry, no, let's do it. The flight path indicator, okay, is sat on the horizon. You've also got that W, which is your attitude indicator. So let's say you're flying along just like this, and it says something like, I don't know, alpha is, I don't know, 1 or 2 degrees. If you've got your gear down and you start trimming, your flight path director doesn't move, but your attitude indicator
that
starts
W
coming
will
up,
move up?
and you start
Yeah.
seeing the gap between them grow. So you pretty much set the W on something like 5 and try to hold the other one. But there's a little bit of a juggle, and there's a longer story than that.
All right, I think I can get a feel
Flight
for
path is
that.
clear.
Yes, you're clear. I'm not moving. I've got my wheel brake on. Right, okay, so throttles you've got, there's a couple of lights there, the formation, the beacon and the position light are on the other side of the throttle.
One in the brick.
You don't need any of the 5 buttons north of those. They're to do with like ground stuff. There's a fire test which you can play with at startup if you like to hear noises.
Fire test, which was that?
He's just under the yellow parking
Oh,
brake,
okay. Yeah.
so you can flick one just to have
fire
fun.
left. Okay.
Good fun.
Thanks.
Hook bypass, I can't remember this. There's 2 different. Okay, so basically you set for carrier when it's carrier and field when it's a
Yep.
normal. Landing lights you'll get. Anti-skid must be off when you're on the ship, and on when you're on ground. So it's like an inversion.
Okay.
The launch bar, you see that retract and extend. It's next to the flaps. It's in the top left of that little place that we are.
Wait, launch. All right. Yeah.
So, so retract and extend. So that's on the nose wheel. There's a little bar that comes down. It normally sits pointing up, like an erect penis, if
Yeah.
you like. And when you put it down, yeah, I thought you'd get that point. When you set to extend, it goes forward, and that's what they kind of use to get you on the shuttle. And then the process is basically roll up to one of those little shuttles there. You press that down,
Final 90s.
press U,
Sorry. Say again.
and then you retract it again.
The entire sentence. Sorry.
You roll up to one of the shuttles, which are the things that run up and
Yeah.
down those catapults.
Yeah.
You get as close as you can. You don't have to be that close, to be honest.
435 calling the ball. 6.4.
Elvis, I know you're practicing, but
It's
would you mind not speaking currently?
Maybe.
Thank you.
Elvis, you're much steadier than me. I'm watching your landings and it's... Oh.
Ah, too low.
Right. Well, so, yeah, launch bar. You set it to extend, roll up to the thing, press U, and set it to retract. You'll feel yourself sucked onto the shuttle.
Sorry. So U is the keybind for it, is it?
No, use a special thing all by itself that signals the catapult officer that you're ready to be tied on to the catapult.
Okay, so it's a special keybind. U.
Yeah, I don't even know what it's called. Everybody presses it. If you do a lot of taking off, it might be useful. But...
Right. So basically, extend the launch bar, roll up to the catapult, press U.
Yep. You feel yourself get tugged. The aircraft will move.
and then I retract it once I'm airborne.
No, just retract it immediately. It's weird.
Okay.
Don't know why. Just is.
Okay. Extend it, roll up to the catapult, press U, and retract it. Okay.
There's a selective jettison, which is very complex. It works in tandem with... Okay, do you know what the... let's just call it the engine panel. Right, you see where the engine information is?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's called the IFE or something. Just to the left of that is a jettison station select. So that works in concert with that selective jettison. Might require multiple pushes, and I think there's at least one bug with racks don't go. Okay, so the emergency jettison is the black and white one just under master arm, so we're coming up now.
Yeah.
Master arm, air-to-air, air-to-ground mode, same as Harrier. Then there's the master arm, the master caution light, which may be off already on yours. When you can press it twice. The first one takes off the caution and the nag, but the second one clears whatever it has. So you get like a build-up of what you did wrong or what happened. So you can clear them off.
Right.
Upfront controller, pretty Harrier-ish, to be honest.
Yeah.
Com switches are bitty though. I need to go through this with you. So you see the two pull and turn switches for COM 1 and COM 2. You need to have these bound to probably the mic switch is the most appropriate, because they bring up the relevant COM 1 or COM 2 on your menu.
I have them bound. COM 1 and COM 2 are bound.
Brilliant. So there's a menu. If you scroll back on, say, COM 1, it will go to M, or it goes to S, which I'm not even sure what that is. C.
S, C.
Not sure what that is. M is for manual.
Golf.
So that allows you to then put in your channel there. So if you wanted to speak to a tanker on COM 1, then that would be the way you go. It's a little bit buggy, so you might have to play around.
Okay.
Okay, it says day and night. I don't think does anything. I'm looking just underneath this. The radar out and barrow switch is pretty important. I don't know what the others do. Not touched
The
them.
what switch? Sorry, the barrow switch.
Yeah, there's okay, so you see the switch that says out, and then it's barrow and radar. It just switches between barometric and radar altitude.
Yes.
And that is important. Going across, we don't touch anything with the spin control and the IR cool and all that. There is the standby ADI. So your HUD is a primary instrument, although you can get a repeater for it. Apparently they did fail, but so you can use that. But these backup instruments sit down there, and you can uncage the ADI, backup ADI on that. That's part of the startup procedure. The radar altimeter we did, the hook up and down, the foldy wings. Have you played with that?
Yeah. I haven't, but I can imagine what they do.
You should probably play with it before you end up sat there with Elvis and there's someone 15 seconds behind you, because the hook is and the wings up thing is a bit of a...
So when
Finick.
oh, there they go.
Yeah, it's just slow. Don't touch anything either side. Don't touch the generators. They seem to stay in the same position, just like the Mirage. Bleed air is the next one you come on. Pitot heat. Next to the bleed air, pitot heat and engine off and on. That's the anti-ice for them. I believe engine on should just be at quite high altitude. And pitot is quite happy staying at auto.
Okay.
So you've got lights then. I don't know, warning, caution. Oh, you know what I forgot to do your startup was the INS. We're getting there. There's a... if you want to adjust
That
the
was
fans...
structured.
Yeah, I know. Well, come on, mate. Right, when you do this, you will be seriously fucking headstruck. It's really hard. There's a defog thing there, and you can hear the sound of the... so you can pull it forward and hear different airflow in the cockpit, which is cool but weird and useless. It might actually
Connect
be
that to
useful.
the fan.
Right, so let's go to the only other thing here that is of... No, there's two buttons actually left. There's a sneaky one in the side that's not the canopy. Do you see there's a bunch of sort of fuses by your in the side by your right elbow? And there's an FCS bit switch on that. There's a procedure where you hold that and then press and hold the FCS to get it fully reset. Or run through its bit test. I think it's bound to Y by default, this one in the wall. So you'd press Y and that pulls that up, and then press and hold reset for 2 seconds or something.
Which one do I press? I press Y and then...
Yeah, hold Y. And then
Yeah.
apparently hold the FCS reset, which is right back on the other side. I think it's for like 2 seconds. I've not seen it work yet. I'm still confused about that.
Okay, I held them.
There is a...
So wait. So that's just resetting it for...
yeah, for reasons. I don't think it's a in-flight thing.
Okay.
The ejection seat arm thing, did you
Yeah.
find him? So, last really is the INS, so you can see it's got off and CV and ground and nav. So for alignment, we'd set it to carrier CV, unless we're at an airbase and we put ground. I think it's kind of just roughly modelled so you can see it happen. So if you set it to CV, and I guess because you haven't yet, you could go to menu. Let's try need to that menu twice, and then HSI, and then POS INS is in the top left. Nope, that's not that one. I've got to find out. Ooh. Oh, power, gear, eject. Oh, man, you really dropped below the light. I thought you were dead. Sequence. Data. So did you find the HSI page?
Yes.
Top
Data.
right, press data. And if you're not aligned yet, it might say something about it here. Grid. It's showing you where you... this is just waypoint 0. You can do some cool and funky things already. Programming waypoints
I can imagine.
is a lot
That'll
easier.
be later.
Yeah, it's so much easier than this is like way easier. But we've got half the pages, but it is way easier.
Yeah. I'm mainly looking just to get, from cold to all the systems that I need going.
Well, that's it. Switch it to nav then for INS, and
So does it need to stay in alignment for a time, or?
it's usually done by the time you've finished faffing around. it's quick because it's not properly modelled yet.
Right, so that would be something to do early and then just flick it off before I go.
Yeah, after first
Mm.
engine. But as I said, right now I'm not sure what the exact time is, but you see a countdown on this page in the HSI, and it's like an accuracy thing with a seconds to go type affair.
Okay.
I think that's it. There's not many buttons, to be honest.
No, I suppose there isn't.
Oh, that was a lot of power there. Oh, Elvis! No! He's doing that deliberately now. No, were you?
Yeah, that was.
Honestly, it looks like death every time.
Okay, so what about the flaps then for takeoff?
It's a good question. I think it's half. Auto is a real fucker and it'll shoot you up into the sky vertically.
Yeah, that I found out. Okay, let's get me to catapult. So extend.
Have you got your nose wheel steering set? Elvis, we're going to take the cats.
Yes.
Okay.
I think you'll be okay because... Oop,
Normally I'm okay.
parking brake.
As long as you don't take 3 and 4.
Okay, I just got a master caution. That's at the L bar.
Yeah, it'll say something.
Because I
It'll
had-
say in the bottom left of your screen what it's moaning about.
Bottom. You mean the bottom left of the HUD, or rather? Oh right. Okay.
Any of the... I think the left MFD specifically, but...
It says ADV skid reset.
Have you got anti-skid 2 off?
Yes.
Okay, ignore it. Doesn't say check trim or anything, does it?
No, it says reset skid. I do believe.
Pass. A lot of these are... That's advanced stuff.
All right. Never mind.
Just cancel and clear it off and it should go. I've got an ADV bit as well. ADV.
ADV reset skid. Skid. Okay. Never mind. So that thing is out. And
You want the nose wheel steering pinky so you can do a high gain nose wheel steering.
yeah. Do I need to set something? Because now I need to hold the pinky just to get nose wheel steering, but I want that to be on
Like a
when I press
latched.
it.
Or press to hold,
Just-
press to go, release to...
Well, because I remember from taxing with a hot start,
There you go.
if I just pressed, it was engaged, but then if I pressed it and held it, it was high gain. So is
I
there
don't
a-
know. No, I don't think so. Did you just hook up there?
I did not.
Oh, that's
no,
Elvis,
he
is
did
it?
not. Yeah, it's me.
Okay, that was something. If I extended the launch bar, it
It doesn't really do it.
freaked out on me.
Really.
Okay then. Yes, then
I
would
think the whole
be
launch bar
unable
thing
to
is
start.
what you would do, and it doesn't actually do anything.
Right, so I am gonna line up with the catapult, extend the launch bar, yeah?
Yep.
And then retrack it again.
Oh,
But-
this you're going the one way round the one-way street.
Only retracted once I've been seated, right?
So pull. Yeah. It doesn't honestly doesn't do anything, but it's just a procedure you'd use.
Yeah, so
It's cosmetic.
extend, roll up, press U, and then retract it.
I'd roll up, extend, press U, retract.
Okay.
So otherwise you drive around with it down and in
What
front.
did you say, Mike?
You're going the wrong way down the one-way street.
Oh, okay. It's just a shortcut I'm taking.
We're going to enter the pattern. We're going to be contra rotating in a bit.
I'm at 2000, by the way.
So Emil, I'll give you a talk on it's under your nose, middle of your nose cone. So you've got about 10 foot, maybe 15 to go.
How close do I need to be then?
Oh. I don't know, I'm just giving you an idea where it starts. I think this is mostly cosmetic. You can try it, see if it'll catch you, but you'll be pulled forward a lot.
Okay, I'll try extend it, and then I'll now press U. Yeah, pulled me in.
Yep, and it's pulled you right to the shuttle. So you see that's quite a long way forward.
And then, yeah, so now I retract it.
Mm-hmm.
And now what?
You just press full mill. There's no afterburners.
Full mill, and then it just launches
And then
me
you
in.
just sit and wait.
Alright, full mill.
Climb to 800 and start doing left-hand laps, and we'll see you there.
See one moving. Uh-huh.
Oh.
Okay. One braking.
I think you might be. Yeah, you're probably mission heavy, aren't you?
Okay, so the trim then, I shouldn't really need with my gear up.
Don't touch it unless you're doing something for weapons.
Okay.
There's two circuits around the carrier. There's one at 2000 or above, and that's just a pattern, and that's done at slow, best endurance. The other pattern, you enter at 350 for a break.
See if that trim makes sense.
90s.
Yeah, enjoy this. Oh, you disappeared.
Oh, server.
Is the server gone?
Lag.
Yeah,
Emil just disappeared.
I was kicked out of the server.
Yeah, me too.
That's pretty bizarre. That has got to be an internety type affair, which is a bit weird because we're still talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Just aim to reconnect them.
Still reads us there, and it looks like it's been up for an hour.
Yeah, that population list I think is just supplied by, I don't know, some sort of heartbeat. It takes ages for it to update in real time. It lies basically.
Let's see. Okay, so the generator, I don't need them, do I?
Nope.
Okay.
Can I spawn on a cat?
Yep. .445 Hornet Bull 9.0.
If you said forget calling the ball.
What did you say?
Did you forget to say calling the ball?
No, you don't say that.
Oh, okay, I thought you need to say that.
You just say bull. It's Hornet.
Oh, bull.
Hornet Bull is a type of aircraft. It's not bad. It's about half a ball high, I think. After yours.
Okay, hold on, just setting.
I'll join up
08.
with you.
Okay. Okay, I'm ready. Full afterburner. We do the full pattern. Gear. Left pattern. Climbing to 2000. 5 degree.
I'm going to try and lead you a little bit behind, about half a mile. Say speed.
300.
Cool.
Turning tight.
So I have a buttload of bit failures, I think.
Yes, I can't sort that out. The bit failures. A lot of them are RWR. There's some settings for RWR, turning it on, which is behind your stick, which are useful.
Going for 350.
Copy. I'm saddled your right side.
That's visual.
I'll try and move out a little bit.
Going to do a left turn tight and descent to 800.
Yeah, you're too tight. You need to go behind the ship.
Yeah, true. Resettle.
That's going to give you a really hard turn. See where I am off your right wing.
Yeah, I see. 800. Hook.
Check.
350.
Okay, I'm taxiing to a catapult then.
I see ya. I'm pretty much with you, Elvis. I've got a bit to catch
Yeah,
up,
go
but I
on.
didn't want to burn some speed.
1 in the brake. Gear. Flaps.
2.
And I'm rolling out.
Oh yeah, see you.
Yeah, visual.
We're high yaw 2 o'clock.
One turning.
Parking brake, where's that?
It's under selective jettison near the gear.
Final
does-
90s.
How does it operate then?
Scroll back. There's 2 operations. There's a click and a scroll and a scroll. Elvis, you're really long in the groove.
Yeah, true.
So when it's down the bottom, it's off.
If it's
right?
in, it's off. Yeah.
Right.
Right, Elvis, I suggest leave the power on when you trap, so I can, and then let it go and wait a second, then hook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get the gear down and see if I can trim that AOA then.
445.
Deck.
Hornet.
Oh,
Ball 7.9.
caught that each time, eh?
What have you done? Oh shit.
Okay.
Am I waving off? Yes!
Oh, what did you do?
I pulled back on the stick to avoid hitting
Because of
you.
me?
Yes.
I was just gone.
No, you weren't there. You well, there was a point there where I was like, nah, I'm not going to make it.
It's like it needs to pull 2 times on you, Mike.
Yeah, or you could wait a bit.
Yeah, and when it pulls 2 times, then it's good to release the hook.
I stupidly noticed a good rule of thumb with setting your downwind AOA quickly. And I don't know why it didn't occur to me earlier. If you relax a stick and just find the AOA, the angles between your flight path marker and your flight or your nose vector, whatever the W is, attitude indicator, and you can actually see 8 degrees. Really, if you think about it, you've got 5 degrees easy to see. So you just make the difference between their trimming, and then you can start pulling. Because the problem is when you pull, the thing goes all over the place. It's very difficult.
Okay, you wanna lead?
No, I think you should do it more. You never get practice at something you don't do it.
Okay, true. You gonna full autumn?
I'll drop stuff.
Okay, jettison. I get it.
I know. It's a bit sad wasting all this money repeatedly, but
Uh-huh. Luckily it's simulated. I'm ready to go.
copy. Right, that's it, that's it, that's it. That's it. That is set. Radar out is set.
What's the TACAN for the
One
ship?
X-ray.
What? You just need to put it on.
Yeah. That's,
And course is 083.
I'm not sure that it is. I think it's 093. Or almost
No.
090. Or 089. I reckon the carrier's going that, because you want the way the carrier's going, not the runway. Because otherwise...
I thought it was the runway,
No.
according to the video of Jagger. It's the runway. It's not the carrier. It's the runway you need to take for the course.
But that doesn't make sense, because then how would you know you're at the 90? If you're not really at the
because-
90, you're at the groove then.
Yeah, it's in the groove. I will rewatch the Jagger one because.
Yeah.
Or was it the other one? Because in the movie I saw, or the video I saw, the ship was going north,
going now, by the way.
000. Okay, go. Gear.
Someone lock me up.
That's me.
Buddy Spike!
So is there track while scan mode then?
No. There's no weapon that
Coming to your left.
Are you gonna... Oh, where are you? Oh yeah, I see you. Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah, just shackle to the outside. Or I should. Let me form on you. I've got you better.
Okay.
Right. Harden it down. Get down to the left.
Yeah.
Make all turns mill power. Unless it's something crazy.
Okay. Lost visual.
Yeah, I'll slow down. Still tally visual on a meal as well.
I'm going 310.
Right, that's why
Flight controlled. Flight controlled.
I forgot to dump my stores.
Yeah, visual on you. Going for 350.
Copy.
So what about flaps and landing? Half, full?
You want to make sure you're light more than anything else. Your gross weight somewhere like 33. There's a page for that. You should be full, but I'm finding it very hard to use full because it's so draggy.
Okay.
Half works fine. I'd get a feeling for it if you
Okay, turning left and descending to 800.
copy. Mil power in the turn.
So where's, what's the weight?
It's on checklists, which is not intuitive. You think FCS or something. But
Yeah, checklists. Okay. And you guys turn.
yeah, we're gonna run up to too tight, Elvis.
Yeah, too tight again. It's better than the
Roll.
previous time.
Roll out. You're still turning left.
Yeah.
See that? Here I am. We're fine.
So I'm looking for what weight, sorry? Give or take.
Somewhere between.
Hook. Sorry.
I don't know. Let me tell you what. I can't check my weight just now. I think it's 33 or something. It's a lot easier with like some like clean and 66%. 66% fuel.
Alright, so
That's about-
what does fuel dump do then? How does it operate?
Yeah, I don't know where it stops. I think it's bingo or Elvis saddled.
One in the brick.
Wow, you just lost how much?
That was a bit too bad on my side.
So, yeah, fuel dump, I don't know. It spits it out. Just, I think it'll stop at some point automatically.
Okay.
One in the turn.
Are you really all the way down there? You know you should be turning out the carrier.
That's probably me you're seeing.
So I've lost him.
Just bussing around and passing over someone now.
I'm having to extend downwind quite a bit. Yeah.
90s.
See you, Elvis.
Oh, really?
I'm going to turn now because otherwise I'll start learning something wrong.
Let's see, bingo is set to 0. I wonder how to set that then.
2 arrow buttons somewhere to the left of it.
So,
I'm at the 90, Elvis.
Copy.
445 Hornet. Ball 10.2.
Deck is clear.
Good stuff. Right, centered ball. Let's keep it going. Hook. Did I wait long enough? Can you see which wire it is?
Yeah. I don't see it.
Yeah. That's what we've been trying to do, isn't it, Elvis? I'll take
Yeah.
Cat 1, yeah, because then I'll start on your left. So it pretty much landed together, but you need to make the downwind much shorter, because that was like long. It was like 2 miles away. Should be a quarter of a mile you roll in.
I'm too far away. He's not doing it now.
Oh, you're only a tiny little. You're like 1.5 foot away.
Yeah, he's not doing it. Pressing U.
Right,
Yeah.
I'll go, because otherwise you can't turn around, I think.
Okay, bye bye, Elvis. Ah.
Did you really bye-bye, or?
I saw him fall over the edge.
Oh.
I forgot to. That's strange. My anti-skid was off, and I could not turn really tight like I did.
It's nose wheel steering that you want, not
Yeah,
anti-skid.
yeah.
Oh, hi Emil. Do you wanna... Oh, you're dumping fuel like a motherfucker. Let's see if I can set light to it.
Oh, does that show? Oh, it does show.
Yeah.
Quite a bit.
Ah, I'll let my afterburners, but it's no good. Do you want to come around the pattern with me?
Yeah. I have no idea what the pattern is or should be.
Right, okay. Have you got your... Okay, come left with me because we're nearly on the outside. Whilst we do this, we've just hit 2,000, so we're now in pattern land.
Alright.
Make sure in the HSI, if you've got your TACAN set to 1, that in the top left there's TCN as well. And if you press that, then the information will go to your so that gives you that's really useful for navigating around
Gives me range.
here. Yeah. So this is way wider. This is not really. I should have turned much harder, but I didn't want to lose you too quick. And in pattern, you basically go as slow as you can. I think it's something like on the fuel flow, apparently 22. So if you look at your engine RPM as a top number, fuel is that. So that's a temperature is the next number, and then there's like 26 or something.
Yeah.
That is a fuel flow. So if you want to hit 22, I think is a nice chilled out number.
Okay.
See Elvis. By the way, I'm using Labels mod, and all it does is just put a faint grey dot, and it's absolutely perfect. It doesn't feel bad at all.
So does that make it visible through the canopy then?
But you can't see it because it's like a very faded grey. The only thing that I think you can see it through that can be annoying is your HUD, just like bits of the green letters.
Yeah. Right. So, but that would need.
Check your left.
That would need labels to be on then.
Yeah. Labels are permitted. You can turn them on. You just need the. I've got the mod somewhere. It's very unobtrusive for VR. I think it's a brilliant compromise.
Alright. Give it a go then.
So we're sauntering around and stuff like this. When we're this side of the carrier, he's going that way, we're going this way. This is when we can climb and descend. You don't. You climb on the other side and descend this side, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do, if you go echelon right, because that's where you would be for the brake, I'm going to speed up to 350 and descend to 800, which is pattern altitude. Sorry, is approach altitude.
Okay.
Information.
Copy. I'm going to tighten this a little bit as we come up. It's a bit tighter. Okay. throttle. Looking for 800 on the nose. There's the 800, 350-ish. Plus minus 10. So, check hook down.
Hook down.
Need to recorrect slightly to the right. So, lead goes first, and then it's 10 seconds, but you also use visual spacing to make sure nothing fucked up. First one, 1.5 miles. You can shorten them until you're really good. So we're all going to do it with me just because it's you, okay? So you ready? This is going to be a brake turn to the left and full brakes. 1, 2, 3. So we give it about 3.5 Gs and keep it going. And as we pass 0, we should hit about 250. Not quite. Geared down. And then flaps, we'll just set into half, and then add power straight away, just so you come out nicely.
Okay.
So we're coming out.
So
Go on.
how much power then?
I give it about half a throttle's worth, because you're from idle. As you come out,
Crawled
you
up
drop.
a little bit.
Yeah, I'm doing 173. So now you're sorting your on-speed AOE. Trim up a little bit. So we want to make 600 downwind and on speed. And you do it all with a throttle.
And okay. And what's the speed then that you want?
No, you don't.
You don't
you don't
look at speed.
Right. So what do I set the AOA to then?
It's got to sit on the. It's got to be on speed. If that makes sense.
I don't follow.
The E bracket has got to be over the flight path marker, and then you've got a donut.
Yes. But do I trim the AOA setting like you said before?
Yeah, you're aiming for 8.1. Right, we're way past the turn, but I'll wait until you've got it.
Well, that's the thing. I don't really get the philosophy of it.
Can I go first?
Yeah, you go, Elvis.
Go.
Okay.
Okay, so now I sort of have it centered, sort of.
Okay, so aim for level. Don't use trim to pull yourself up and down. Use throttle to pull the flight path marker up and down. And just a little bit of pitch. So it should sit about on speed, and you can fly level up. I think I've got it about there.
90s.
So now you should be stick free. You shouldn't need any stick at all. So what to do is just stroke the throttle up and down and watch the flight path marker react to it. So are you with me still? Or?
I'm with you still. Just you know, I need to adjust to make the FPM be on the horizon still. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But you do that with the throttle. Right. Watch this. Right. I'm no hand stick. Okay. So now watch this go up. I'm still on speed, AOA. So I've got 5 degrees up there. Now I'm going to come off the throttle and watch it come down and add it before it fucking sinks like a motherfucker. Then we go down. Not touching the stick at all. So you go up and down with the stick. You with me?
Yeah, but still.
It's hard. Yeah, I know.
but the FPM is not within the bracket.
Okay, we need to try and fix that one. So just trim until it is sitting in the E. It'll jiggle around a bit, but...
Yeah, but what's the philosophy? So if it's below the bracket, do I trim...
Oh, I see. Usually you have to trim up into it, so you're looking for about 8 degrees between your flight vector and your flight path marker. Or the W and the...
I'm using the throttle to get the brackets into the flight, not using so much trim in the beginning a bit, but then
I've wandered off course here, so we'll just ignore patterns and shit.
Yeah, I'm sort of line abreast with you, but I'm just trying to like figure out what the trim actually does.
It doesn't do anything visible. It actually, if you think, right, okay, with your eyes, all you will see is the E bracket move. That is it. You won't see anything else move. I've
Yeah.
moved in towards you.
Yeah. So like, now I sort of have the FPM within the bracket. Still though,
Mhm.
when so if it's not within the bracket, what's the procedure to rectify that?
Make sure you've got as much neutral stick as possible, because otherwise, oh, hold on, like going
Yeah.
under your nose, and that's not cool.
Yeah.
So trying to trim with while you're fucking about with a stick is hard, because if you notice, if you push or pull on the stick, you notice that the gap between the W and your flight path marker will increase or decrease temporarily. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so try and do it neutral as a first reference, because that will help you to trim it. So you trim back and get your flight path marker somewhere around 8 degrees on the ladder, maybe about
Yeah.
somewhere between 5 and 6, until the flight path. And you need to be fairly slow. So at 200 it's a bit iffy, but when you get on speed, you'll find it works better. So you trim up to widen them, and
So when you say on speed, it's the orange donut.
yes, orange donut means you're at the right speed for your weight and landing.
Yeah.
For landing.
Yeah.
Oh well, and also it's not just about that. It's about the gap between the hook at the back, making sure it hits the deck before your wheels do, in order to catch a wire.
Right. So now, also my alpha isn't really showing. Maybe it's not supposed to.
No,
Or is it
it
post?
disappears once you're in the E. So that means that you're good if you don't see it.
Yeah. So if I trim back now, I increase my AOA.
Yeah. Eventually, it should
Yeah.
go down. The E goes down. You got a green. You'll get a green cross, and your alpha will appear, and it'll say something like 10 or more.
Yeah.
You trim forward again. You'll feel it go down, but you need to add power to correct that. Trim forward, get the thing in the thing, and then once you're done, you don't touch your stick apart from left and right. And trust me, this is quite hard. So don't think it's like we're all, you know, there's something you're missing. It's worse than clutch control in the car. So you feeling it? You feeling the throttle, walking, going up and down, and feeling that kind of
Yeah.
flow.
Yeah.
So pretty much you can find your on speed now. Now the trick is doing that super quick. So the other thing is, when you roll out into the groove, which is when you're lined up with the runway part of the carrier, when you're rolled out there and you're looking for the meatball, not trying to place the flight path marker. Just aim roughly for the deck, but look for the meatball, because that will tell you whether you're high or low of glide slope, and that's really quite difficult. You won't be able to tell it until you're very, very close. So
Because of VR.
because of
or-
VR,
Okay.
you can see it on the videos. But it'll also you can quite see it. It's not that bad, to be honest.
So you're on speed now.
Yes,
Is what?
I'm 157 indicated.
So I'm 142. So that's because I'm lighter.
Yeah, so let's see. If I go to here, let's go checklist. Checklist says I am 35,300. And I've got 7.8 fuel. And I'm half flaps, which may be different as well. Are you still with me? I think I should probably turn around.
Well, I fell behind since my speed's lower than yours.
Okay, that makes sense. So I'm going to check to the left. Now, when you check left, you'll feel this. there's a lot of other shit that goes on which is really difficult because you've got different balancing. So as you sort of pull it to make sure that your flight path marker doesn't sink too much as well, you will find that when you roll out you get a bunch of lift hitting you all at the same time, and that will wreck your day unless you literally yank back the throttle and then add it again smoothly. You can practice it to feel it. You have to feel this kind of regime quite a bit. It's definitely a practice thing. So you see, as I roll up, I've gone, wow, 5 degrees, 6 degrees, it's still coming up. 9 degrees it floated. And because you're doing your pitch with the throttle, you have to anticipate all these silly things at the same time.
Okay, so I'm gonna roll out. And poster got a bit of lift, maybe.
Don't touch that pitch as much as possible,
No.
because that really helps you learn.
I'm doing that with the throttle now.
Cool, I think you've basically, like, this is lesson 1 to 20 for most people. Everything. The only thing we're thinking is a little bit bugged is the flaps when they come down. There's a really high sink.
I saw the video of the pilot saying things. So now, basically, I'm running my speed. My FPM is in the lower half of the bracket, if you will. Let's say I wanted to adjust that to make it close to the center.
I think up for moving the E down, if you like.
So forwards, trim forwards to move the E down.
Trim back to move the E down.
Right, so basically, trim back or down, if you will.
Yeah, that
to
widens.
Move the E down. Trim up. I'm just trying to get this in my head. So basically, the trim button can move the E a little bit. Then.
Yeah, just think of it only moving the E. Don't think of it anything else. It will have another effect, but don't worry about that.
Yeah, but that makes
But
sense.
pull it back
I
as if to
centered it a little bit
imagine
more.
widening, like you're pulling it towards you. You pull the E towards you, you pull back.
Yeah. Just pulling the E down. Pull back.
Yeah.
So the slow engines really makes this thing oscillate at times.
Yes, there's a lot of throttle work, a lot of, because they are really slow to react. So you tend to sort of.
We're not really on the carrier, by the way. We're flying left of it.
Yeah, I'm wondering whether are we in line. I think we are. I think I could probably turn in now.
Well,
I didn't realise you were with me. I wasn't really bothered.
fuel low, and that is 1670. Okay.
The other thing about this is anticipating the movement of that flight path marker with your throttle push and pull. So if you recognise a trend, you have to hit it. You have to get there first.
So we're supposed to be at 600, yeah?
Well, we wouldn't come in like this. And there's lots of different ways of doing it.
But had we been coming in?
Yeah, so you hit it at 800. After the break, you do this faffing about that we're doing here. And you'd expect...
So hook is when you pass over, is it?
Yeah.
And then you do the brake, and you go to 600 and wheels down, I suppose.
Yeah, wheels down are in the brake at the as you pass 90 degrees, you should, if you want to know that if you're like the brake's going well, as you pass 90 degrees, you should hit 250 exactly. So you brake for that, and that 250 mark lets you do gear and flaps and a oneer. And then what I
So do
go on.
you extend the air brake in the
Yes,
brake?
fully.
Which is the only way it goes, I heard. Same pilot said that.
Yeah.
Who said that it doesn't go in increments. This goes full.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fight him on that one. Right, I think we need to be over the right hand side.
So I'm at 950, trailing you a bit.
Is that altitude?
Yeah. So what about approaching the deck then? What's the line up and glide slope and so on?
So, you remember we talked about the radar altimeter?
Yeah.
And we've set that to 370. So ideally,
Yeah,
when
300, but yeah, okay.
no, it should be 370 then. So as you, okay, so you're running downwind. You're looking for the next visual cue will be the carrier, and you're about 10 degrees past it, something like that. It might depend on speed of carrier and wind. I've noticed there's big changes. And then you're going into a 30 degree roughly bank, maybe a little bit less. And you need to make that nice and gentle and wide. You're still losing, I don't know, is it 300 or 400 feet?
400, 500.
400 to
something
500
like that.
feet a minute. So your descent rate's kind of important. I'm still not good at checking that. And you're going to cross the wake of the carrier, just clipping the back of it, because you should only really be, you know, to do it well, you should only be running in for about 10 to 15 seconds on finals, because it's almost like a one big circle. So at that point you've crossed the wake at exactly 370, and your alarm goes off, and that tells you, yeah, you're on the glide slope. But that's at the back of the carrier, so
Okay.
and there's really only one way to learn it, and that's to try to copy Jabba's video exactly. Because if you perform a routine the same way, it should be easier to learn where you deviate.
First wire. You guys coming in an approach?
Yeah, it's so slow, but I thought, you know, I might as well sit here and take the pain, because there's
I
nothing.
have no idea where you are. Or
We
you guys
are 6.9 miles off the threshold. Almost.
On the back of the
Yeah, almost straight west.
Maybe I can still go quickly for a hook and join you.
Are you just departed?
No. I still need to hook myself up on the catapult.
No, we'll be there. Very. Does that really say 8 minutes? No.
That's not
It
so
says
long.
3 minutes 20 seconds ish, but it varies.
For the case 2s and 3s, it will be more like the sort of straight in approach, but with a landing system.
Okay.
Right, are you close to me? Because I'll probably think about spacing.
6.5 miles out.
Okay, 2 miles should be enough.
I just did a landing with 0.2 from the carrier, the brick.
Oh, I have very little fuel left, so that's
What are you?
680.
Oh, slows. 6.8 slows.
No.
Oh, 680.
660.
Ooh.
You will not make it. You need to go straight.
Yeah, you might want to
I
put
am going straight.
Yeah. Burns a lot of fuel doing this crap as well.
Yeah, you will not make it if you do the full pattern. Believe me.
No, I'm not doing the full pattern.
Elvis, you can spot me. I'm coming in 2 miles. Can see the ball, but I can't make out things.
Oh, I have a visual on someone.
Believe I'm first. I think I can see the ball. 445 Hornet ball. It's 5.6. Ball's a little low. Working it down. Right, I'm down.
2.8 miles.
Oh,
The hook is still on.
yeah, I know. Which wire did I get? Can you tell?
No.
Should be able to follow the line back now.
Now it should be okay, I believe.
Okay,
sure.
so what about the ball then? Is green go?
It's
or
a
what?
yellow ball, and you want it. There's a green line that basically goes. You'll see from a distance,
Yeah.
and you,
And it's the ball in the
yeah,
middle.
you want to line up the ball with the middle of the green line.
Okay, there's a helicopter in the glide slope, so that's not good.
No, that's no good at all.
Okay, I am
You should be fairly,
on,
as long as you.
on sort of finals, so let's see.
Oh, I see, yeah.
Is that you or is that the helicopter?
No, that's him,
That's him.
but his angle is wrong.
Should he be higher?
No, he should be more going to the left. He's going straight to me.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. Look for the runways. That's it. He's okay. Less power. Less power. Right, ram the
Yeah.
throttles. Ram the throttle. Ram the throttle. Your hook's not. It's your hook. Yeah, you got it. Whoa.
Easy.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Lol.
Did that do the same? Did it fall back on its ass?
I think there was wheel brakes that I just put my feet on instinctively.
No, you want to instinctively hit the afterburner if you're going to do anything.
True.
Okay, first trap, that was easy. What's next? New module.
Well, we can do the. What was it? What was the pattern called?
Oh, the triple.
Triple something.
Yeah, triple
Oj,
sum.
vad hände?
Let's run
Oh.
some. Let's put some fuel in as well.
Yeah, I did the triple. Just well, it was
Sorry?
not really fully triple.
Oh,
I still have 8.8. I'm still good to go.
Yeah, I'm just putting a tiny bit of fuel. I've got half tank, but
Request rearming. Copy.
no, no.
oh, yeah,
Turn, yeah.
gently. If you want a snippet of boring trivia, if you have live sidewinders, when you
Mhm.
go towards what you're doing there, when you go there, you
Yeah.
don't fold your wings up because they come running at you and put the safety pins in, and you're supposed to hold your hands up and not.
Sorry. If I have,
So where you've stopped there, yeah,
yeah.
if you have live sidewinders on, You leave your
Yeah.
your wings down, and then
Yeah.
as you come up, you put your hands up in the air, and then little
Yeah.
guys come running out and put the safety pins in.
Refueling complete.
Where are they? I'm not seeing them.
Yeah, there's
I'll keep my hands up.
there isn't any. You can do the salutes as well if you want. It's a bit of a shame there's no one there for it. I think good to go. Here's a good one to check. Oh yeah, and you want some fuel, don't you?
Rearming
Well,
complete.
I have 180, so that's plenty.
That's an impressively low amount.
I suppose I'd like, when I want to also find out if flares and chaff work.
Do you want to talk about that while you're putting fuel in? I can show you the buttons, because there's a secret
yeah,
button that you won't know. So
I just if I want anything, no, that's fine. Go ahead.
okay, so your central coloured MFD, if you remove your joystick as well, or move
Yeah.
it aside,
Backspace is it?
yeah.
Yeah.
There's like a cassette. Looks like a cassette recorder, actually, if anything.
Yeah, there we are.
The button on the right switches him on, and then you probably know the rest of them. There's a what's that display? Don't know. The middle one.
The on I knew. The others I don't.
There's an offset one, which is like it does. There's two buttons. I think the special was it the display one. Right. Okay. Actually, here's a better idea. On the color MFD, hit the bottom center button, and then the EW page, and bring that up.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you fiddle about with these buttons here, you'll get to see what changes they make. So I think okay. So the right one's on. The right inner looks like a priority button, so it reduces the ones that are the contacts available. One of them's not used at all. I think that's a special one. And then there's a separate button, which is next to that,
Offs.
which spaces them out. So I think it's. That doesn't even seem like it's working. And then a bit test, so it goes through some noises. So you get to hear all the sounds being locked on. So then you've got two other buttons of interest. There's the rotary underneath. I'm still not sure that the ECM works at all, but you eventually have it at transmit. There's a bit test you can do. There's a standby, but I don't think they're working, but you can look into it. And then to the left of that is the dispenser, and that's for your chaff and flares. There's two settings. It's a three-way switch. On is using the programs, and bypass just uses, I think, a single. So the top would be like single flares and things. That's the best I can tell you about that.
So would it be prudent to have it in on or bypass?
I think a lot of people are using bypass because they can drop singles, or I think it's pairs of flares on one press rather than it just going da 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 da. Just means you're more clicky, I suppose.
I suppose.
Whereabouts are you, Elvis?
I just disconnect.
Oh, you disconnected.
I'm
Let's see, I'm still refueling some stuff.
anyway, see you guys tomorrow.
You away? Alright, good night.
Alright. Refueling takes a while. Let's see, where was the set, the bingo set?
On the IFEI, left of
Sorry.
where the engine management thing,
Yeah.
left of the, sorry, left of where bingo is, which is on the right side,
Yeah.
underneath the fuel. There's
Okay.
2 up and down buttons.
So what would a good amount be then, or a standard amount, sort of?
What they use is the enough fuel to be able to get to an alternate when you're doing carriers. That's pretty much what they use.
What do you usually set it to?
Low 1,000 to 1,500. I've not really using it.
Betty said something about flight controls. Okay then.
Here's a good one after you've landed. Check that you're on your flight control page, that your stabilizers are both set
Check my what, sorry?
on your flight control page, FCS page.
Wait. Yeah.
There's see, the center is like what you're showing your stick deflections and your rudder deflections. So centered, your stabilizers should show up 12. And if they're
So
not, set your takeoff
yeah.
trim again. Give it another click. It seems to be, I don't know how to say
Okay.
it. Not.
Okay. Staying 12.
Cool. And make sure your flaps are half at takeoff. And let's go again. Unless you want to do it in your own time.
Well, I'm just gonna do a quick takeoff and then I'm gonna pop off to bed actually.
Okay.
But connect to a.
I'm off next week. What are you up to?
Well, I'm off school since that's all done.
And you're busy partying.
Well, a little bit. So I have 2 speeches to write, or rather, one stand-up comedy routine and one speech for Thursday and Saturday. Also, we're moving house,
Oh my god.
so next week. So that might be some things.
No internet for a while.
Well, no guarantees. Okay, I think that might have
Yep, you look.
connected me.
Yep, it's definitely.
Okay, so I'm ready to take off.
Raise the bar again.
It has been raised.
Is that? Oh, what's that? What do you call it thing? Synchronization.
Right, I think yours are down. Yours is down as well, I think. So, okay, there you went.
Right, I'm gonna come left across you.
And there went right. Whoop.
We'll do it fairly fast. We'll hit 350 and look for 800. Do a lap and then.
Hit 350 as in speed and 800 altitude.
Yeah. So on this, I tend to look for 3 miles
Right.
on Stennis.
So are we doing a landing then, are we?
Yeah, just one pattern.
Right, so just gonna dump all the stuff I just put on there. Just
Yep.
to... I'm full tank, which I suppose is too heavy.
Yeah, it really, really kills it.
Right, dumping fuel. Speed.
290 in the turn. It will come back up after a rollout. He says, trying to get it up.
Okay.
Right, hook down.
Hook down.
Okay, 356. 800. Check the deck.
Right, flaps are, well, will be at half when I go slow enough.
Yep. Gonna brake at the mile.
Right, then I'll break 10 seconds later then, I suppose.
Yeah. If you find yourself gaining, then just take it wider to suit.
Okay, so
Right.
gear down, is it?
Full brakes. Gear goes at 250.
Okay.
So it's halfway through. Right, gear for me. And flaps together. Add the power.
Full brake. Down. And gear down.
Looking for 600 downwind and on speed.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah, it's quick. And then up comes carrier. Right, and I'm turning.
Okay, 500 and on speed.
So I need to get down. I'm a little bit slow on the turn. I wanted to be in front of that ship.
So the turn then is at 30.
Yeah, around that. I sort of feel it now rather than anything else.
I'm gonna extend a little bit past you just to, so as not to collide with you.
So now across the ship and the wake, and it will be 445 Hornet Ball 6.4.
Okay,
Whoa.
turning.
And my ball disappeared, so that must be dangerous. And bolter, bolter, bolter.
Dropping the nose quite a bit in the turn.
Yeah, you have to take it off and add it as your wings come up. You'll get a feel for it, you just have to do it again and again. It's kind of hard.
Okay. Okay, so what's the offset between the wake and the runway?
I think 9 degrees. Oh, you're
9.
leaking fuel. Is that deliberate?
I'm dumping. That's very deliberate.
See, I'm pretty sure you should be higher.
Yeah, I think so too.
And I'm across from you, so I'm going to make my turn now.
200. Okay. Having a bit of a hard time making out anything. Okay, come on, come down then. And come on, get up. Oh, let's climb and push nose down and come on. Slammed it and off.
And then for the missed
Nice.
approach, you just climb out and a left banking turn to 600 and go around again.
Okay.
Four, 445 Hornet Ball 6.0.
So for the when you complete the final turn, is that at 600?
Well, when you arrive in the groove,
Yeah, well, I'm not sure what the groove is.
that's when you're on like finals with a straight runway ahead of you.
Yeah.
As you cross the weight, you set your alarm off 370. Oh, climbing ball.
So when I start the turn from running downwind, then.
At 600 and start the turn, and then aim for about 400 dropping. Keep you eyeball that part really.
Okay.
But yeah, your alarm should go off for 370 as you cross the wake, and then you've got another, what, 10 degrees or something to go. I'm watching you in. Should be about 10 seconds or something. The idea is that you can get 4 aircraft going all at once, and they just go down, 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 one after the other, without saying anything. It's very impressive to understand everything that goes on. It's just a machine. So look for that ball, see if you can find the ball.
Can't really sort of say. How did I miss that?
I have no idea. It looked good. Were you a little bit fast? Did you touch the throttle as you came down, or the pitch?
I don't think I was fast, but
because that's the funny thing, right? It simulates the hook not catching. So if you like push forward violently, you'll end up your wheels hitting first, and it will go wrong. Or the same if you chop your throttles, or add power, it'll change the flight profile. But that looked really good, so I wouldn't be disheartened. So you've just hit 600 and you go around again. You want to be starting your turn, I think, now, judging by where I've seen you. So looking for descent rate, so you're less than 600 now, about 400 down. Eyeball the flight path marker. Don't want to arrive too low, better to be slightly high. You want to be crossing that wake at 370.
yeah, that's not gonna be it.
No, that's alright.
A bit high, but it's okay.
So no flaring, just let it thump in. Are you a little bit wide? I can't quite, I don't have the eyes for this.
I might be a little bit, but it's okay. I see what you mean about the lift increase now.
Yeah, you chop it and then add it again. Looks alright, you're climbing a little bit. There you go, back with it now. I really should look at the plat cam, and then it will tell me a lot more. So no violent changes as you come in. Just let it thump down. Yeah, beautiful. Whoa,
Oh,
no
wait,
brakes,
no wheel
no
brakes,
brakes.
no wheel-
keep
This
keep the power on. Do it right now.
Yeah.
Add full power, and it gives some tension. I think you gotta.
No, it's gonna leave me. Oh no.
Oh no!
Yeah, thanks, Mike. That's an expensive
So yeah, no,
advice.
with
expensive
with the hook
advice.
down.
At least the sea isn't very deep.
It doesn't look very deep, does it? Well, that's good. You've learned a fucking lot. It is super hard, and no two landings really the same. You tend to have good days and off days, and
And so I passed through the bottom of the ocean now.
I can hear you.
Oh. I have my afterburner on underwater. I guess I'll eject then.
Let's see if you can come out.
Ow.
Would be nice for people with VR to get guided down a little bit, say whether they're high or not. I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, I must say that I had a hard time seeing the ball.
You tend to see it. So I think there's about 3 stages. There's like when you roll out into the groove, there's that. So that should be 3/4 of a mile. Then there's like a bit in the middle, and then there's in close, which is like the last real chance you get to make any adjustment. And it's only really somewhere in between the middle and in close you get to see the ball clearly. But you get a good 5 seconds. But it's not meaningful enough, if you know what I mean, because you can't adjust.
Yeah, yeah. Oh well, that was fun.
That's cool. There's loads. Oh, there's loads left. That'll keep us occupied for a long time.
Yes.
I want to see the guy that does he basically hits it at 500 miles per hour and 500 feet, goes right up to the back of the boat and then does one brake and circle, and it's just a complete circle and straight in and land. It's fucking...
In ECS or in real life?
It's both. Somebody's trying to copy it, but there's a real life video that's been linked showing it, and then there's the... Somebody's like saying, okay, how do we do this?
Yeah. Alright, cool.
See you later.
Thanks for the help and catch you around.
Ta-ra.
Alright, bye.